singing. I like dancing.
The thing that immediately sticks out in regards to District 6 is its immense size, with it boasting over 700,000 civilians despite not even being the biggest landmass in Panem. The 784,000 total civilians are divided between 52 different transport hubs, the average being around 15,000 workers a hub. Unlike the other districts, District 6 has the numbers to make a meaningful resistance movement, harboring 4 times the number of people as District 2. They also have the unique ability to briefly travel between districts and leave their own, with their trains granting them the ability to potentially mobilize large groups of rebels and quantities of supplies to fuel the cause. When planning the Second Rebellion, I'd even go so far as to make the argument they are the most important district to free out from the capital's reign, as when it comes to war, he who rules the supply lines typically rules over the outcome. Yet naturally, this raises the question, why don't the citizens of District 6 play more prominent roles in regards to the Second Rebellion? The answer is a district-wide opioid crisis, with the Panem equivalent of morphine, morphling, flooding local communities. However, morphling is a highly expensive, somewhat uncommon drug within Panem, and while District 6 is far more financially sound than others, only claiming around 68,000 in tesserae, its citizens likely have nothing remotely near the amount of wealth required to consistently and constantly attain it. So, how do they get it, and how did its use become so common? There are 3 common theories at play. The first speculates the citizens of District 6 assemble morphling in district, and, having the easiest access to it, are capable of slipping out remnants of their own stock. Number 2 speculates that given their railway workers in District 6 have significantly higher rates of injury and tend to develop unshakable dependencies on their prescriptions. However, number 3 in my opinion is most likely, that the capital elite are equally aware of the danger that District 6 poses and have deliberately flooded the district with the substance. Deliberately flooding District 6 yields numerous advantages. Firstly, morphling is described as taking a severe physical toll on people that abuse it, making numbers meaningless in the grand scheme of things if the majority of the population lacks the strength and ability to resist. Secondly, morphling is a drug best known for dulling the extremes of all emotions, allowing the capital to effectively sedate the district. Rather than flood the district with, say, amphetamines, the capital might have strategically selected morphine to effectively placate their largest district, forcing the citizens into a position where they have no choice but to constantly return to their district after short periods of time. Due to the terrain and complete and utter lack of anything that could potentially constitute as a weapon, District 6 tributes almost always die in the initial bloodbath, with their sole victors not even winning due to any particular skill of their own, but due to their ability to hide successfully out of the other tributes' reach until they found themselves the sole survivors. Both their tributes and victors appear to be looked upon with an unusual mixture of disgust and pity, with the victors being exclusively referred to by their addictions in what I find to be one of the cruelest nicknames in the games. And yet, although even other districts regard them as weak and incapable of making a meaningful difference, the female morphling devotes herself to the Rebel Alliance to the point that she lays down her life for PETA, demonstrating a deep willingness to facilitate change, but even further, the fact the spirit of rebellion never died in District 6 despite the capital's best efforts to tranquilize it.